still got one that's nearby.
Yep. I'm getting hit by incendiaries right now.
He's dead. One next to you.
What the?
There's me one out there.
Yeah, they're over there.
No, on me.
How many?
There's one. He's dead. One's down.
I got a dead.
Right.
I got one guy down. Two. Damn, I'm dead. Oh my god, I got him! Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, we're gonna be going over the new best settings to use here in Season 1 of Warzone. It's incredibly important, crucial, that you guys are running the absolute best settings so you guys can win more gunfights at close range, medium range, as well as long ranges. If you guys are trying to improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, these settings are going to drastically help you out and transform your gameplay. So, with all that being said, the like goal on this video has to be 500 likes. We can get 500 likes in under 24 hours, and that'd be absolutely incredible. Now, let me know down in the comment section right now, what are your current sensitivity settings you guys are running with in Warzone, and I want to see if I differ from the curve, which I think I honestly will. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and break down all of these settings. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC. Now, these settings are going to work no matter what controller you guys are playing with. You could be on a PS4, an Xbox controller, a PS5, an Xbox Series X, a SCUF-like controller. It does not matter. These settings are going to work no matter what, and that's the beauty behind them. Now, as you guys can also see here, I play on the tactical button layout, which is, in my opinion, the absolute best button layout to play on if you guys are playing Warzone or traditional multiplayer. The tactical button layout is so good because you can remap your crouch, your prone button, as well as your melee button. Now, we're going to be able to crouch and go to prone by pressing down on the right thumbstick, allowing us to perform a drop shot a lot easier, and we can also go ahead and get in and out of cover a lot easier, making sure that we're staying alive a lot longer and winning more games and winning more gunfights. If you guys are not playing on the tactical button layout, I highly recommend you guys going ahead and switching to this. Again, it does not matter what control you guys are playing on, it's going to perform and work the same. Now, as you guys can see here, I play on a 0.07 dead zone for both my right and left stick. Now, the reason I go ahead and play on this dead zone is because my controller is older. Typically, if you guys have a newer controller, you want to be around a 0.01 to a 0.03, but if you have a controller that has some use to it, I'd say 6 months to a years of use, you guys might want to go ahead and put on the 0.07 for your left and right stick. It's going to drastically improve your responsiveness and overall feel of your controller. Now, you guys can see here, this is where things get pretty interesting. I play with a 3 horizontal as well as a 3 vertical. Yes, I play on a low, and I mean a low sensitivity on Warzone. But you guys still can turn on players, and then the best part about it is you're going to be deadly accurate at longer ranges, and that is what matters most here in Warzone. You can easily take out targets at longer ranges, hitting chest to head shots, getting a higher chance of getting a faster time to kill. That's what matters about Warzone. I don't think it really matters being able to turn on players, being able to spin around fast. You want to be accurate, and that's how you're going to win a lot of your gunfights. Because if you're missing shots, you're not going to win any gunfights here in Warzone. You need to be as accurate as possible, and playing on a 3-3 is going to ensure that you're going to be hitting those shots at those medium to longer ranges, and that's where a lot of players, I feel, fall short. So many people I see are running 10-10 sensitivity, crazy sensitivities on this game, but they have no accuracy. What's the point of that? It's better to run a low sensitivity, hit all your shots, win more gunfights, and win more games. So you guys can also see here, everything else is going to be pretty much standard. I'm running on the standard aim assist response curve type. The reason I go ahead and play on standard is because these sensitivities are going to be differing from game to game to game, and the worst thing you want to have happen is have to relearn how to aim in a Call of Duty. But you guys can run this setting on linear dynamic. It's not going to matter. I personally stay on standard because I don't want to potentially get in a situation where I have to relearn everything in a Call of Duty game. Like, controller vibration is turned off. I always go ahead and turn this off because, in my personal opinion, I feel like vibration messes up my accuracy at longer ranges. This is going to be a setting that you're either going to turn off and never turn it back on, or turn it off and turn it right back on. It's honestly personal preference, but if you guys are truly struggling with winning gunfights at longer ranges, definitely go ahead and disable this. It's going to work out for your better. A lot of people actually take out the rumbles of the controller to make it a little bit lighter. I have already done that, so I don't even need vibration. Now, everything else, again, aim assist is standard, scale FOV is disabled. All this is going to be pretty much the exact same across the board. I am playing on contextual tap when playing Warzone. The funny thing about this is, I used to not play on contextual tap. I thought it was kind of weird because transitioning from multiplayer to Warzone and kind of flipping it, it's kind of weird. But if you guys are strictly Warzone players only, contextual tap is going to be the best. You can pick up items a hell of a lot quicker and easier. You just boop, tap that controller, you're going to be able to pick it up. But if you guys bop from multiplayer to Warzone quite frequently, contextual tap might actually go ahead and mess you up. So be on the lookout for that. Armor plate behavior, definitely go ahead and apply all. This is going to be super important when trying to plate up in a hot situation and get armor up so you guys can re-engage in a gunfight. But again, everything is going to be pretty much the same. I have automatic tactical sprint on. Make sure you guys go ahead and have this turned on if you want to perform a slide cancel. I'll be making a video in the future explaining how to perform a slide cancel here in Warzone as well as multiplayer. Two separate videos because these engines are different. But if you guys want to see a video on how to perform a slide cancel in Warzone, let me know down in the comment section, because this is a mechanic that can win you a hell of a lot more close range gunfights than you might think. It will mess up a lot of players and throw off their aim assist. But everything else is going to be pretty much the same as across the control sensitivity. Let's go over to the audio. Now, I play with the Boost High audio mix. If you guys are playing with a headset, which I know a majority of people who are playing Warzone are running a headset, Boost High is incredible. You can hear footsteps from a mile away. This is the best setting to run. You can pinpoint people where they're coming from and overall get a better understanding of your surroundings. If you guys are not running on Boost High with the headset, I have no idea what you're doing. But again, not trying to be disrespectful. If you guys have not been running Boost High and you have a headset, swap to Boost High. You're going to find yourself finding a lot more enemies and understanding where people are coming from. And everything else is going to be pretty much, you know, personal preference on what you guys want to run. I don't really mess with any of these. I have the Modern Warfare hit markers, and I have pretty much some of this stuff disabled. But for the most part, everything else is going to be pretty much self-explanatory. It does not matter. Now, from my interface, I actually play with the colorblind filter on for Warzone. I do not play with the colorblind filter on for multiplayer, but for Warzone, I feel like it's helping me out because there's a lot of shrubbery and just a little bit easier to see things. I play on Protanopia, and I also have on the colorblind target as both. But this is going to be, again, personal preference. If you guys are ever wondering why my game looks a certain way, it's because I'm playing on Protanopia as well as both. But everything else is going to be pretty much the same across the board for this. Now, for the graphics setting, again, this is going to be all personal preference on here. It doesn't really matter what you guys are running with. It's going to be dependent on your PC. And if you guys are wondering, I do play on a 120 FOV with the affected ADS field of view. This is the absolute best FOV and the field of view if you guys are trying to reduce the visceral recoil here in Warzone. If you guys are ever wondering how a lot of streamers, YouTubers, or high-end players are seemingly looking like they have aimbot-like aim with no recoil, it's because they're playing on a higher FOV with the affected ADS field of view. It's going to essentially make it a little bit easier and honestly make it seem like players have no recoil, but that's just all going to be a visual thing because their ADS field of view is going to match their FOV, which drastically helps out with recoil control. So definitely go ahead and make this adjustment if you guys have not already. These are going to be the absolute best settings to run here in Season 1 of Warzone. Remember, if you guys are truly trying to improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, you have to go ahead and throw on the tactical button layout. Run an appropriate dead zone setting. I have 0.07 for both. And then go ahead and drop your sensitivity down. I'm playing on a 3 sensitivity to make sure that I am laser accurate at close range medium range, as well as long range. If this video did help you guys out, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications, man. And do not forget, about 70% of you guys who watch the content each and every day are not yet subscribed. So click the notification bell and become part of the Year's family. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.